This is not just a story, it's a mirror. One that reflects what happens when ambition turns into obsession, and how the hunger for everything can leave you with nothing. Have you ever wanted something so badly that you were willing to lose everything for it? Power, wealth, admiration. Obinna chased it all. Obinna was never satisfied. Even when he had more than enough, something inside him whispered, "There is more out there. Keep going." People called him gifted, ambitious, even lucky. But none of those labels mattered to him. All he wanted was more power, more wealth, more recognition. And he was willing to lose himself to get it. He was born in the quiet village of Umoko, where the air was thick with humility and people were content with little. Obinna was different. From a young age, he dreamt of escaping the simplicity around him. His mother, Mama Ifoma, raised him with gentleness and wisdom. She taught him that peace is the greatest wealth. But peace to Obinna felt like laziness wrapped in contentment. He didn't just want to live. He wanted to dominate. This is the story of the man who wanted everything, and how the very desire that pushed him forward also destroyed him. Obinna's journey began with a scholarship. At 16, he earned a government grant to study in Lagos. For a boy who had never seen a building taller than a palm tree, Lagos was a revelation. The city gleamed with opportunities, and Obinna inhaled its chaos like oxygen. He studied hard, but he hustled harder. While his peers focused on grades, he was networking, building relationships, watching how the wealthy moved, talked, dressed, and even paused before speaking. By 23, he had launched a small logistics startup. He transported goods from Apapa port to the mainland. It wasn't glamorous, but it was profitable. Within 2 years, he expanded into importation. He registered a company, hired staff, and leased a fleet of trucks. People began to notice him. Invitations to business meetups, local awards, even a feature in a business magazine. His childhood friend, Kelechi, approached him with a proposal. "Let's grow this together. I have ideas and you have access." But Obinna refused. He masked his pride with polite words. "It's not the right time," he said. But the truth, he couldn't share. Obinna didn't want to split power, not with anyone. He believed he was building a throne, and thrones were not for two. Success, as always, drew attention. A senator, Ibrahim Musa, noticed him at a fundraiser. The old man admired Obinna's drive. They began meeting in private. Discussions turned into proposals. "Support my campaign," the senator offered. "And once I win, I'll send the big contracts your way." Obinna hesitated. Briefly, he knew the deal was dirty, but his ambition silenced his conscience. This was the fast lane, and he had waited long enough. He agreed. Over the next few months, money poured in. Government contracts, building projects, security logistics. Obinna's company ballooned. He moved into a mansion in Banana Island, bought a Mercedes, flew first class. People whispered his name with awe. Businessmen asked for mentorship. Young boys in Umuko idolized him. Obinna had become a legend. But the higher he climbed, the lonelier he became. His staff feared him. Friends disappeared. Even his mother stopped calling as often. When she did, she would only ask, "Are you happy?" He would say yes. But inside, he felt like a man running in place. With each passing month, Obinna felt more anxious. He no longer slept deeply. He began drinking more. Parties every weekend. Women came in and went, but none filled the growing void inside him. The business became harder to manage. Rumors spread of inflated contracts, unpaid suppliers, and kickbacks. Then one night, he received news. Senator Ibrahim had been arrested by the EFCC. At first, he thought he could cover his tracks, but his name had been mentioned multiple times in the senator's statement. The fall was swift. Within 48 hours, his accounts were frozen. His passport flagged. The media turned against him. Those who once praised him began deleting pictures and cutting ties. Obinna tried to stay in Lagos, but the whispers turned into stares. The stares into insults. He fled to Ghana, then to Dubai. Dubai was golden, but cold. Obinna lived in a 5-star hotel, alone. The luxury that once thrilled him now mocked him. He would sit by the window for hours, watching the desert skyline, wondering how everything unraveled. One night, while scrolling through old pictures, he saw a photo of his mother. She was smiling beside a pawpaw tree in front of their home. He broke down. He cried for everything he had lost, not the money, but the meaning. He cried for the friends he betrayed, the mother he neglected, the peace he traded for power. That night, he booked a flight home. Back in Nigeria, there was no welcome party. He returned to Umoko quietly. Some still avoided him. Others stared. Children whispered. He visited his old house. The pawpaw tree was still there, but Mama Ifoma was gone. She had passed 6 months earlier, alone. He dropped to his knees, sobbing at her grave. He whispered, "I'm sorry, Mama. I lost everything that mattered." Then he went to see Kelechi. The shop had grown. The business was thriving, honest and steady. Kelechi looked at him and said nothing at first. Then, "You wanted everything, Obinna. But sometimes everything is just too much." Obinna nodded. "I know that now." Obinna stayed in Umoko. He started small, volunteered to teach basic business skills at the local community center. He told stories, real ones. He warned the young about shortcuts, pride, and the lies ambition can tell. Slowly, the people warmed to him. Children began greeting him again. A few elders started asking his advice. He walked the village road barefoot in the morning, listening to the wind, breathing deeply. For the first time in years, he felt something unexpected. Peace. He lived in a modest bungalow. No staff, no security, just a man trying to be better. Obinna once believed that success meant having it all. But in losing everything, he discovered the truth. Peace is not in the abundance of things, but in the clarity of soul. He had wanted to be a king. Now, he was content being a man. And that, perhaps, was the greatest success of all. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Do well to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends and family. Bye.